breaking news from Arsenal is that long-standing manager Arsene Wenger has decided to leave Arsenal. He'll be stepping down at the end of the season. Arsene Wenger has released this statement. After careful consideration and following discussions with the club, I feel it's right for me to step down at the end of the season. He goes on to say, I am so grateful for having the privilege to serve this club for so many memorable years. I manage the club with full commitment and integrity. I want to thank the staff, players, directors and fans who made this club so special. I urge our fans to stand behind the team to finish on a high. To all Arsenal lovers, take care of the values of the club. My love and support forever, Arsene Wenger. Stan Kroenke went on to say, this is one of the most difficult days we have ever had to have in all our years in sport. One of the main reasons we got involved with Arsenal was because of what Arsene brought to the club on and off the pitch. Longevity and consistency over such a sustained period at the highest level of the game will never be matched. So Arsene Wenger has been in charge of Arsenal for over 21 years, and in that time he's won the Premier League 3 times in 1997-98, 2001-02 and 2003-04, where Arsenal became the first Premier League club to go unbeaten during the season. He's won the FA Cup 7 times in 1998, 2002, 2003, 2005, 2014, 2015 and last season 2017. He's also won the FA Community Shield 7 times, 1998, 1999, 2002, 2004, 2014, 15 and 2017. So last season Arsenal finished outside of the Champions League spots by 1 point. It was the first time in Arsenal's time that they finished outside the top 4 since he got to the club. He has a brilliant win percentage. So he's won 57% of all his games at Arsenal, despite the problems they've had this season and last season. He's managed 1,228 games, winning 704 of those. So he's brought players to England who have had great success, such as Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, Dennis Bergkamp, Robert Pires, Freddie Ljungberg, Jens Lehmann. So this season they are in the Europa League, and hopefully they will win the Europa League so they can finish on a high. It would be brilliant for Arsene to win the Europa League, something he hasn't won, and that would be a really special way to end his time at Arsenal. I hope that all of the fans now give him the respect he deserves, and they all get on the thank you for what he's done to the club. I mean, there have been some really tough times in Arsene's time at Arsenal. When they moved to the Emirates, budget was very tight. They signed players very cheap. They really struggled, but he still maintained their top 4 spot. Whether he would have done that in those circumstances around this time, where there are, Tottenham and Manchester City have really, they weren't a force back then when they are now, with all of the money as well. It'd be interesting to see if he would have done it then, but he did it in the late 2000s. So Arsene Wenger will be 69 in he'll be 69 in October, and he is getting on. He's the longest serving manager that's ever been in the Premier League, way surpassing Sir Alex Ferguson, and he's had a great career. And like I said, I hope everyone gets behind him and they have a great end of the season. So in the Premier League, Arsene Wenger has had 823 games, winning 473, scoring over 1,500 goals, and obviously winning the 3 league titles. There's been questions over Arsenal for a while, and yeah, this seems like the right time. I'm very shocked by the news. I thought he'd stay around for a bit longer, um, but hopefully they can bring someone in. It'll be interesting to see who they do bring in, but hopefully none of that will happen until the end of the season. I'd imagine he'll probably be involved with the process of who to bring in, and it's a sad day for Arsenal, but I would imagine a lot. It could be very positive with whoever they bring in. During the time Arsene Wenger has been there, they've been known for a very attacking, beautiful style of football, and I'd imagine they would want to continue that. When Sir Alex Ferguson left, Manchester United, it was very hard for them. They haven't won the title since. They won the FA Cup before Jose Mourinho got there, and since Jose Mourinho's been there, they've won the EFL Cup, which is now the Carabao Cup, and the Europa League. So I think they might struggle, but it literally just depends who they bring in. There's plenty of managers about. Depends if they want to go with the experience or not, and there's people like Carlo Ancelotti, Diego Simeone, etc. that could come in, but hopefully none of that's really talked about, and he can get on with the rest of the season. So Arsenal have 5 games to play in the Premier League and a semi-final with Atletico Madrid and potentially a final. The next game is against West Ham at home at the Emirates. The other games are as follows. So they have Atletico Madrid at home on Thursday, Manchester United away on Sunday. 3rd of May, they travel to Madrid. 6th of May, they're at home to Burnley. 9th of May, they're away at Leicester City, and they finish their season away at Huddersfield. So they should cement 6th place, and hopefully they can do something in the Europa League. Are you an Arsenal fan? What do you think of the news? Are you disappointed or excited for the future? Let me know your thoughts down below. I am Mike, and I will see you soon.